Extra minutes.
I guess if you haven't heard or found this child within 24 hours, you'd be very worried, wouldn't you?
Yeah, there's lots to think about, and exactly what you said is right. This little 6-year-old girl, how far can she wander? Tends to dictate where you search. And then if you keep doing this for days and days and days, there comes a point when we've got to make a hard decision to say, well, let's start to work out where areas that she's familiar with. So, and that was another thing that stuck out to us straight away with Robert Smith. Christie puts the call in at the Triple O on the Sunday morning. Police respond, they came there, but where was Robert? He'd left the unit and he'd gone straight up to Westfield, 2.5 kilometres away. And we're starting to think, well, why has he rushed up to the shopping centre?
And why had he?
Well, I've got my thoughts that perhaps he might have been up there to be captured on camera to be searching, because they had to. Their charade of lies started on that Sunday.
Yes, the court would have us believe that he was a slightly anxious man, that he too was abused by Christie.
Yeah, that's something that it's difficult for us as police to, when you get matters where people plead guilty with an explanation, and all of a sudden they draw upon past experiences in their life.
In other words, you have no sympathy.
No.
And it is because there was an opportunity for him to do something. Is that why you feel that way?
Well, he's an adult and Kiesha's 6 years old. You know, don't we have a duty to our children?
And I think that what he's done after the event becomes a totally separate offence and more serious. In actual fact, he was sentenced more for the accessory to the murder than the manslaughter itself, because the actions he did was so... It's not just simple providing assistance to Christie to get away with it. He did some very specific acts. He's gone out and he's dug graves, he's burnt bodies, he's covered up, he's done all these things along the way. It was just a huge array of things that he's done to go to the accessory. It's the worst case I've ever seen.
So why do you think he did that?
I think it was loyalty to Christie. I think he's a coward.